name is Muhammad William Muhajiri. My student number is K4524037.
My name is Shana Salvindra and my student number is K4524048.
My name is Cintana Janita Halim Murti. My student number is K4525004.
And last, my name is Deswita Nurmalasari and my student number is K4524071.
Hope you enjoy our video.
Today, we will present our research on adaptation tipping points in water management based on the article by Quidditch et al. 2010. Our presentation explains how climate change and sea level rise may affect the effectiveness of current water management strategies in the Netherlands. We will discuss how long-extant strategies such as flood defense, freshwater supply, and the protection of Rotterdam Harbour can remain effective before rising and critical limit. This concept is important because it helps policymakers identify which issue will become urgent first and when adaptation action are required. Climate change has introduced significant uncertainty for long-term water management. Sea level rise, more extreme rainfall, and change in river discharge all influence the safety and sustainability of the Netherlands, a country where much of the land lies below sea level. Traditionally, adaptation planning uses a top-down approach, relying heavily on climate scenarios. However, this approach has limitations. Scenarios often change over time, and decision based only on a single best estimate scenario may overlook alternative futures. The gap identified in the study in the need for a more robust and practical framework that does not rely solely on uncertain prediction. Instead of asking what will happen if climate scenario occur, the author proposed a different question. How much change can your current strategy tolerate before they fail? This led to the concept of adaptation tipping points, or ATP, which represent the moment when extreme water management policies can no longer meet their objective. This perspective shifts the focus from prediction to system vulnerability.
The aim of this study is to examine how much climate change and sea level rise the current water management system can cope with. The main research questions are: 1. What are the first water management functions that will fail due to climate change? 2. At what point or tipping point will current strategies stop meeting their objective? 3. How can this information support long-term adaptation planning? By answering this question, the study provides a clear understanding of which area require immediate attention and which strategies remain effective for longer period. This study will open several key ideas from previous research. First, report from the IPCC and the KNMI climate scenarios highlight the wide uncertainty range in future temperature, rainfall, and sea level projection. These uncertainties make it difficult for policymakers to choose a single scenario as the basis for strategy development. Second, the concept of tipping point has been widely discussed in climate science, referring to moments when small changes and lead to irreversible system transformation. In this article, the tipping point idea is adapted specifically for water management, helping identify the threshold where policies no longer achieve desired outcomes. Compared to previous research, this study introduced a more practical bottom-up method. Instead of depending on change climate projection, the ATP framework focus on the resilience of the water management system itself.
We conducted the methodology using several hydraulic and ecological models to evaluate system sensitivity. The approach began by identifying policy objectives for sectors such as flood protection, freshwater supply, and harbor safety. Next, the researcher assessed the current strategies used to meet this objective. A sensitivity analysis was applied to determine the critical boundary condition. For example, they explained how much sea level rise, salinity increase, or river discharge change the system called tolerate before foiling. The study used KNME I 2006 scenario as well as height and sea level scenarios to estimate when the boundary limit might be exceeded. By linking model outcome to climate threats, the researcher identified the earliest and latest possible years when each strategy might reach in tipping point. This systematic process provides a clear timeline for decision makers.
The findings indicate that the three major components of DAGE water management show different levels of vulnerability. First, flood defense systems along the sandy coast appear to be the most robust. Even in the high end climate scenarios with rapid sea level rise, nourishment programs and dike reinforcement are likely to remain effective until the end of the century. Second, the protection of Rotterdam Harbor faces a significant adaptation tipping point. As shown in the article, the Maitland storm surge barrier is designed for a maximum sea level rise of 50 cm. Under worst case projection, this limit could be reached around 2050. Beyond this point, the barrier would need to close too frequently, disrupting navigation and making the current strategy unsustainable. Third, the most vulnerable sector is freshwater supply. Saltwater intrusion becomes increasingly severe with only 35 cm of sea level rise. For strategic intake locations such as Gouda, the number of closure days due to high flow rate levels may rise dramatically from almost zero to more than 70 days per year. This represents an early adenosine triphosphamate potentially occurring as early as 2030. One possible explanation for why freshwater supply reached in tipping point earlier is the combined effect of sea level rise and reduced river discharge during dry summers, which increase salinity. While flood defense can be strengthened and expanded, managing salinity in low-lying deltaic system is far more challenging. Another important discussion point is the practicality of the ATP approach compared to previous scenario-driven studies. ATPs give policymakers clearer, more actionable information, not only what the risks are, but also when strategies might fail. This enables better long-term planning and helps avoid waiting until it is too late to act. Overall, the ATP framework highlights system weakness, encourages flexible planning, and reduces dependence on uncertain climate predictions.
Okay, conclusion. To conclude, our result highlight the first major tipping point due to climate change. The Netherlands is likely to occur freshwater supply, followed by the protection of Rotterdam Harbor. Flood defense remain relatively robust throughout the century. The ATP framework proves to be a practical tool for determining both wildfall price and when supporting better long-term adaptation strategies.
Future research shall integrate socio-economic developments, algorithms, climate variables, science, population growth, and land use change might shift the timing of the tipping point. Further studies are also needed to design adaptive pathways, long-term sequence of strategies that can evolve as climate conditions change. By combining ATP analysis with flexible planning, policymakers can prepare more effectively for uncertain futures.
Thanks for watching. See you.